He can't even walk like 3 feet or whatever to put the Bloody Mary in there. So we have to do that for him, of course. And we send it to the bridge. And then we get reward in form of napkin. Have you sent the drink to the bridge yet? Yeah, I just did that. Great, now all we have to do is wait and see if she approves. Here's your reward. We get napkin with scribbles on it. Okay. So this looks pretty weird, I'd say. BA megahertz or whatever. I'm not really an electrician, so I have no idea. But I guess it's worth something. And now let's go prove there's a conspiracy theory going on here to our, what was his name again? He was the busboy, at least. You mind if I ask you a few questions? What do you want to know? What do you know about the extortion that was going on aboard? Somebody was being extorted? What makes you say that? I found this note among Victor 11's possessions. Show it to me. This is it. This is proof of conspiracy right here. Victor 11 was the victim of blackmail. He couldn't pay, or whatever they wanted from him, so they made him disappear. I think it's the other way around. Yeah, because if you remember... Oh, okay, you'll say. Victor 11 was the one doing the extortion. What makes you say that? The note was hidden among his possessions, but it wasn't assembled yet. I found it along with a scalpel and some cut-out letters. That doesn't prove anything. Why would somebody give him an unreadable extortion letter? You're right, that sounds pretty far-fetched. Indeed it does. Whom do you think this letter was intended for? And why is it so vague? I honestly don't know, but I think I can trust you now. You know there's more going on board than meets the eye. Yeah, so what do you know about the extortion that was going on board? It's very troubling. I didn't know Victor 11 was involved in something like this. It seems so out of character for him. What did you do on the night of his disappearance? I went to bed listening to the radio. Did you hear? Let's see. I think he will talk more about it now. Nope. Yeah, he'd found something he wanted to show me. What did he want to show? I don't know, he never turned up. No, okay. Tell me about Victor 11. Did he have any enemies on board? That much is obvious. But who isn't? This section isn't easy to get access to, being so close to the bridge. You think it's one of the top deck crew members? I'm afraid so. Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. What would that be? That's what we've been trying to figure out. Victor 11 isn't the first crew member to disappear, you know. Okay. There have been others before him, but nobody seems to remember. Selective memory, I guess. Soon, nobody will remember Victor 11. What do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Sorry. Selective memory, yeah. They don't want to remember because they're in on it. So you think there's foul play behind the disappearances? Isn't that obvious? Did he have any other problems I should know about? Shortly before his disappearance, he came to me for advice. He said he'd found something significant that, if revealed, really could shake up things around here. What advice did you give him? I said go for it. It's about time somebody exposed what's going on here. Did he take you up on your advice? No, I wanted to try to negotiate with the involved parties first. I guess that didn't go so well. No shit. You wouldn't happen to know who the involved parties are, would you? I'm afraid not. How well did you know him? He was the only one on board I would consider a friend. Did he drink a lot? I never saw him touch a drop. Yeah. I prefer to keep my wits about me, okay? I didn't know Victor 11 was involved in something like this. It seems so out of character for him. Oh yeah, right. Right, okay. Let's see if I give this to him. No? Yeah, I think there's one little piece of information we have to activate before we can continue the conversation with him. And that is, as Victor mentioned when he went into cabin 2, that cabin 2 was an exact... yeah, this cabin mirrors cabin 2 perfectly. But I still feel something is different about them. And that is this radio. That's it. The radio was missing in cabin 2. I wonder if that could be significant. It certainly is. So I'll just go talk to the busboy Victor. Let's see here. If I have any complaints about chapter 3, it's a bit monotonous and there's not really a whole lot of physical space to explore, which is kind of sad. But hey, you mind if I ask you a few questions? What do you want to know? Do you know anything about a missing radio? Victor 11 hid it. He told me if something happened to him, I should go looking for it. It would lead me to a discovery he'd made. What kind of discovery? I don't know. I haven't been able to get it yet. Why would he need to hide a radio? He didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. Why? I don't know. Where did he hide it? Yeah. He had a secret compartment under the sink in cabin 2. I believe he put the radio there. What's so special about the radio? He said he tampered with the receiver. If you know how to listen, it could lead you to something big. Like what? Something he'd found that he thought held some kind of significance. How does it work? He showed it to me a couple of days ago, but I didn't think much of it. It only picks up this weird signal every once in a while. What kind of signal? Odd beeps, I guess. Nothing you can dance to. It only works sometimes. It seemed very flaky, but I didn't tell him. He seemed to think it would bring on the rapture or something. The rapture is gonna happen in 2012, everybody knows that. But I just thought it was a piece of junk. Then again, this game might be over in 2012, I don't know. Well, yeah, probably. 2 chapters left, and we are already in November, so yeah. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go look for the radio, which seems to have some kind of significant role in the conspiracy. Oh, hey! Another crew member, another Victor Neff. Or Victor number or something. Who are you? Cadet Victor 9, at your service, sir. You're new on board? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Welcome aboard, Cadet. Thank you. That's very kind of you. You forgot to call me sir. That's code violation. Thank you for correcting me, sir. I won't forget it again. You better not. If you know what's good for you. That's alright, just don't let it happen again. No worries, it's an easy mistake to make. Well, we're gonna try to be hard on him, because he's blocking our way. I'm so sorry. What are you doing here, Cadet? I'm guarding this door, sir. Why? What's going on in there? I can't say, sir. If you don't know, or You don't want to... You don't know, or you don't want to tell me? I don't know, sir. Guard the door and don't let anyone through, was all he told me. But whatever they're doing is making an awful lot of noise. Okay. I need to get into cabin 2. Can you let me through? By order of the captain? You're not permitted to enter this cabin at this point in time, sir. How about you do me a favor? Well, yeah, I'm your superior officer. I order you to let me through. I'm investigating a murder, damn it. By order of the captain, you're not permitted to enter this cabin. Oh, shut up. Okay, who's in cabin 2? I don't know, sir. 2 members from security. They had different badges from us, sir. I didn't know how to read them. Okay. You're, not very good at reading, or what? Wait a minute, sir. Yes? Have you met the captain? What's she like? I've heard all kinds of stories. Is it true that she only sleeps an hour a day? I have to go, cadet. Right. Sorry I bothered you, sir. Right, so all of these victors seem to have one thing in common, at least, even though they have varied personalities. They all dig the captain, somehow. Or to some degree, I guess. Let's see, though. Let's talk to the head servant. Do you mind if I ask you some more questions? Not at all, killer. Yeah, why is the radio missing in your cabin? Is it? I had noticed. I'm not much of a music lover. That was more Victor 11's thing. You think he took the radio with him? That's possible. He was pretty precious about it. I saw him wandering around the deck with it once. He was waving it around like a dowsing wand. Okay. Why would he do that? At the time, I just thought he was trying to get better reception on it. Being high up in the air, we don't always get clear signal. Yeah, that's like a vague backstory for this whole ship. It's an airship, and we're on a skyline for flying around some futuristic city. And you can see some airplanes flying in the background sometimes. Or hell, maybe it's other ships, I don't know. They do... If it's one thing this game does right, it's the aesthetics, the actual physical space you're walking around in, and the atmosphere. So yeah, kudos to you who make the game. I don't remember your names now, but yeah, be quicker about the next chapter, please. Oh, an airship or something. What can you tell me about this extortion note? Where did you find this? Amongst Victor 11's belongings. Have you seen it before? No, I had no idea I was involved in something like this. But this explains a lot. Like what? Well, extortion's a dangerous business to be involved with. Looks like he got mixed up in something he couldn't handle. Bit of a cautionary tale. Okay, let's see if we can't find a way to get this Victor 9 out of the way. I don't remember who you asked about this, but let's see. Maybe the bartender, I don't know. You tool, you're just standing there not doing anything. Except guarding the door and not letting me in. Ask away. Can you help me distract the new guy so I can sneak into Captain 2? I can't leave the bar unattended. It will only take a second. No, I'm not leaving the bar. Darn. But if you want to get rid of someone, here's the master talking. You could always accuse them of a code violation, hint hint, or pin a crime on them. At the very least, they'll be out of your hair while the ruckus ensues. How would I do that? Do I look stupid to you? I can't tell you any more. I'll be making myself an accessory before the fact. What you're about to do isn't exactly in the onboard cruise manual. No extortion notes in there, I guess. Come up with something, and make sure you can back it up with evidence. For a bartender, you seem to know an awful lot about this type of stuff. You don't get promoted to the top deck without being able to take an item off the menu. Whoa. Well, okay then.